Hey guys, welcome back to another stream. Today we are going to go ahead and not only play Final Fantasy and continue with the MSQ, which apparently the next quest is the Fallen Empire, but we're going to go ahead and take advantage of the seasonal event of Valentione's Day. And as you can see, I've got last year's outfit on. This year you get an emoji. Emoji? No, an emote. Sorry. And yeah, let's go ahead and get this now. As always, it is going to start in the amphitheater. Alright, so we're going to go to the Miketo Amphitheater to start the event. Hey, Jiang now. Yes, Mondays is MSQ Monday, so I do Final Fantasy on Mondays. Stardew Valley was on Saturdays for Steam Stream Saturday, and since I completed my Stardew Valley goals, I'm going to move on to another game, which, according to the polls so far, looks like it's going to be Potion Permit. So we'll talk about that next Saturday. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the theater. Thank you, Jean. I hope you have a good day too. Alright. Just take in the scenery for a moment. Alright, there's Astrid. Last year we helped her get comfortable wearing that suit instead of the dress. Astrid is not so subtly indicating her desire for you to approach. Hello there, friend. Can you feel that? Love is in the air, just waiting to be snatched up by questing hands. That means that Valentine's Day is upon us once more, and I, Astrid de Valentione, and my fellow emissaries, are here to support all who would avail themselves of this bounty. Oh, but I know you, Giselle. Forgive me, I do get so caught up in my introduction. It is an absolute pleasure to see you again. Come to think of it, an intrepid adventurer like you might be just what I require. Might I ask a favor of you? A fellow emissary by the name of Emily departed earlier to prepare a little surprise for our festivities, you see. But she's been gone for quite some time. I would like you to make sure that she hasn't gotten herself into trouble. I would go myself or ask one of my associates to check up on her, but all are busy guiding our love-starved revelers. Will you do me this favor? Sure. I am in your debt. Before she left, Emily said she would be practicing under the trees near the Fenio Fineries. No doubt you will find her there. Alright. She's over around the corner. There. If I shift the angle just the teeniest bit, I bet I can triple the cuteness factor. No, quadruple it. Hello? Oh! Hi. Whoa, it's you! What brings you here, Giselle? Well, you see. Ah, so Astrid asked you to check on me. I appreciate you coming on her behalf. I suppose you're wondering what I've been practicing here, so far away from prying eyes. Patience, my friend, patience! If you truly wish to see what I've been cooking up, pray come to Mikedo's amphitheater. Okay, and she's gone. Excuse me? You brought her back as promised. Thank you, Giselle. She intends to demonstrate her, what did she call it? Right, love heart, on stage in just a moment. You can be part of her very first audience. Cute! That was, yes, cute. So this is what you've been working on. The Redanians are reserved people who have long been reluctant to openly express their feelings to one another. Yet I believe it is of utmost importance that we open our hearts to those we hold dear, in this season of love most of all. Now is the time for everyone to shed their fears and wear their affections on their sleeve. That's what inspired me to come up with the love heart. I can only hope this simple expression is enough to motivate people to act. Well, it certainly appears to have made an impression. Navigating matters of love is often a nerve-wracking task for even the boldest of us. Yet with this gesture, I believe you've given the townfolk a perfect means to convey their feelings. Emily, I encourage you to go about the city and perform this pose before any you might find floundering in the oceans of love. Go on and ignite the passion in their hearts. Leave it to me. Would you mind lending a hand as well, Giselle? As an adventurer, I'm sure you've touched the hearts of many. There are doubtless few more qualified to guide others in pursuing and realizing their passion. Leave it to me. Wonderful! Now, before we set forth, I would ask you to remain on the stage for a while so we can judge your pose. Considering the important of our mission, I'm afraid we can't leave until it's flawless. Okay. Wow, that must have been draining. My, I am equal amounts impressed and envious that you managed to perfect the gesture in so short a time. It took me ages to just get the hands right. Ideally, I would like you both to get started immediately, yet I do wish we had another emissary. Then how serendipitous it is that I am here to offer my services. Lisette. Huh? Hi. How long has it been, my friend? Too long, surely. You have my personal gratitude for assisting Astrid with the celebration. Yes, well, please though I am for your offer, should you not be enjoying the festivities with your beloved? My adorable Astrid, though I may have relinquished the burden of leadership, I have not abandoned my duty as a herald of love. You said yourself that you lack for capable help, and I am here, yes? As the daughter of the House Valentione, I cannot stand by as the flames of ardor dwindle. Let her help, Astrid! It might be just what she needs before her rendezvous with court defense. Emily, I told you about that in confidence. Aha, so that is the way of it. In that case, your aid is most welcome. Well, with that settled, let us go forth and quicken the seeds of romance yet to sprout throughout Gridania. Pray, teach me this pose of yours, Emily. Yes, ma'am. Might I suggest we split up? Our adventurer friend here can handle old Gridania, while Lucy and I can cover new Gridania. Leave it to me. Given the season, you shall no doubt find more than one individual who is flummoxed by their feelings. Strike our pose before those lost souls, and with an outpouring of love, grant them courage to tell what's in their hearts. There are a few areas in particular I'd like you to visit once you're ready. Just say the word and we can begin. Love heart. You've learned the emote Love Heart. Alright. So, what do I do for this emote? Here we are. Cute! Alright. The time is ripe to inspire Gridanians to listen to their hearts. Ready? Wonderful. I've marked out a few locations in the area where people tend to mingle. I'm confident you will find more than a few individuals in need of a little push. Show them your best rendition of the love heart to give them the courage they need. Alright, let's go find some lovelorn folks. Sprint. Oh, the poor dejected lad. Let's see what he has to say. Oh, my love, what have I done to incense you so? The dejected lad appears to have had an argument with his lover. Lift his spirits by unabashedly showing him the love heart. Luckily, he's due regular heart. Oh, you pose quite the pose. Well, you see. I see. It's a symbol of love. A call to bear one's heart, scars and all. My beloved stormed her off earlier because I was terribly late for our rendezvous. I dare not tell her the reason for fear it would vex her further. I've been so preoccupied selecting a gift for her that I lost track of the time. I must apologize to her and explain myself. Thank you for helping me see that friend. Mayhap there is time yet for a Valentine's Day miracle. Alright, one done. What is it? If you have a matter to report, keep it short. I'm rather occupied at present. Perhaps I can invite him to a meal? But how would I even broach the subject? The brass-bound wood wailer seems distracted in a way only the lovelorn are. Perform your best love heart. Stop that! What manner of strange gesticulation have you just accosted me with? A curse? Nay, an insult? Explain yourself this instant. Well, you see, it's actually... Oh, excuse me? I need to be brave enough to express my feelings? Are you claiming that I, a proud master of the Wood Whalers, lack courage of all things? Well, you could be right. I'm too craven to invite someone to a simple meal. Your gesture, now that I understand its intent, has kindled my warrior spirit. I will carry out this task as if it were my own sworn duty. My thanks, adventurer, and forgive me for assuming the worst. You supposed to be posted there? Okay. Alright, how far away is the next one? All the way around the bend. I could... use the Aetherite system, but I'll run. Turned too early. Alright, somebody near here it looks like. Maybe inside? Oh, the hopeless lass. Such a perfect specimen. Firm, but soft in the right places. Gods, I could just eat them right up. No, not the produce, mind you. Him, the proprietor. I wish I knew how well to tell him. Alright, let's provide the heart. Hey, look at this! That is an adorable pose, but why show it to me? Well, you see, you meant to encourage me? That is very kind of you, but I'm afraid I find the prospect of confession daunting. Though I could ask him his professional opinion on which vegetables are most suited to be cut into heart shapes. A completely natural question, considering the spirit of Valentine's Day, yes? Truth be told, I've had my eye on him for some time now. I simply didn't know how to approach. But thanks to your unique motivation, I finally found the inspiration I needed. Though it occurs to me, how did the heart become associated with Valentine's Day in the first place? I hope to Nafika he doesn't ask me. You have taught the townsfolk to remain steadfast in the face of love and inspire them to act. Report the results of your efforts to Astrid at the amphitheater. Music gives me Wii vibes. Nintendo Wii. That's a cool coat. You're back. Seeing as my sister has yet to return, might I ask you and Emily to recount how you fared in the meantime? Well, I found the post to be eye-catching if nothing else. Perhaps even embarrassingly so, even though it was I who invented it. Regardless, I am proud to say folk were practically lining up to see it. What about you, Giselle? People got inspired by it. I see. Whilst I'm glad to hear others were spurred to action, it saddens me slightly that some do not know the origins of the Valentine's Day symbol, the heart. Which makes me wonder, are you two aware of how it came to be associated with Valentine's Day? I've never thought about it. Then allow me to teach you. It all began with... Lisette, heavens, your face is white as a sheet. What's wrong? What offense? I saw him speaking with a woman in the cartline canopy. They were alone together, speaking intimately. You don't suppose it was... Oh, gods! You don't suppose it was a tryst, do you? Absolutely not. You know Hortense would never be unfaithful to you. Nay, purge the very thought from your mind. I know, but when I saw him and that woman whispering to each other like they were in their own little world, my heart stopped. Before I knew it, I was running from the sight of them as fast as my legs would take me. Love is the fruit born of bravery. Have you forgotten these words, Lisette? They are our words, passed down by our ancestor, Countess Arabelle de Valentione. She summoned the courage to pursue love through all manner of hardship. And she was not merely a countess, but a warrior true. Not symbolizes what she fought for more than her crimson shield, forged in the shape of a heart. This symbol is a source of courage. Remember that. Thank you, Astrid. You are right. Countess Arabelle would be mortified to see her progeny act with such cowardice. I must honor her legacy. I am ready. For defense. If he intends to elope with another woman and live to tell the tale, he has another think coming. I am clueless as to the nature of Hortense's connection with this mystery woman, but I dare say Lisette needs friends by her side. Might I prevail upon you to join her? But of course! Leave it to us! Sure. You have my gratitude. I place her in your capable hands. We better hurry. She said Hortense and this unknown woman were in the Carline Canopy. I'm sure that's where she's headed. Then let us go. Carline Canopy is at basically the front of Redania, so let's go ahead and shard our way over there. My little shortcut to the canopy. Maybe downstairs? Maybe outside. Let's check outside first. Ha. Wow. He has quite the outfit on. I don't remember him wearing that last year, but... Hortense! Who is that woman? God, she's lost control of her tongue. What should we do? Love is the fruit born of bravery. Hortense Pastorat, for what reason do you debate yourself with this comely young maiden, knowing full well that another has entrusted her future to you? Well, have you naught to say for yourself? It would seem nerves cause Lisette to fall back on the mannerisms of her noble upbringing. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. This was all misunderstanding. I came to Hortense for counsel, as I admired the devoted relationship he has with you. I was hoping you could offer me advice in nurturing a similar bond with the one I adore. Lisette, my love, my first thought was that you could not bear to wait another moment for our meeting. But now I see that you could not bear the thought of me with another. 'Tis as if the Fury herself stands before me, a goddess in both spirit and flesh, full of passion and devotion. Oh, what a fortunate man am I! And I regret that my actions will cause you even a moment of suffering. Please set your heart at ease, my darling. I have eyes for none but you, now and forever. I only chose a private location so this young lady could seek counsel away from eavesdroppers. Oh, that's it? Gods, I've made a complete fool of myself. Forgive me, both of you. That a lady of House Valentione could comport herself in such a manner. I apologize. Oh, if I may, my lady, I now understand why you would be upset, and I admire your bravery for confronting us. But I had the courage to give voice to my own feelings. I may no longer be the head emissary of love, but I am well equipped as ever to speak on the matters of the heart. Love is the fruit born of bravery, my dear. Though it is terrifying to bare your heart to another, it is more terrifying still to live, never knowing what might have been. You must confess. I promise you, the risk is worth the reward. I suppose I would regret it for the rest of my days if I never found love because I was too afraid to fight for it. You're right, my lady. I will do my best. Excuse me. Once again, forgive me for... Our defense? What's wrong? The sight of your angelic pose struck me to my very core. My heart is like to burst from my chest. I think that means he'll live. Anyway, the two of us will return and appraise Astrid of what happened here. I trust you won't mind if we inform her that you and her defense will be partaking in the festivities earlier than scheduled? Well, it was our plan from the beginning, and it would do much to smooth over this little misunderstanding. Please extend my apologies to Astrid for any worry I might have caused. Let us return to Mikado's amphitheater and give Astrid the good news. Back to the amphitheater. Looks like Twitch is having a quick ad break, so we'll just wait until about 30 seconds until I'm sure it's passed. Alright, let's go ahead and continue. And so that's the story. Oh, I'm so relieved. It was all just an unfortunate misunderstanding. I must thank you for being there for my sister. It truly means the world. You deserve my thanks as well, Emily. Don't mention it. I'm happy we were able to help. Though we've had our ups and downs, I believe we accomplished our goal of showing folk how important it is to express their feelings to those they hold dear. All in all, I'd say this Valentine's Day has been a success. Which reminds me, although my explanation of the heart's origins was interspersed with some dramatics, I take it you were able to piece together its meaning? I'm going to say yes. Indeed, a noblewoman and a proud knight, Countess Arabelle's legacy lives on not only in the tradition of Valentine's Day, but in its symbol, her beloved heart-shaped shield. In commemoration of her brave pursuit of love in the face of the insurmountable odds, the heart came to symbolize her, and eventually the very concept of love itself, capturing the imaginations of men and women around the world. Today, while many may recognize the symbol, few know of its history. With Emily's love heart, I believe people will become curious to know the story of our tradition, and for that I am overjoyed. Countess Arabelle's tale will undoubtedly give many the courage to pursue love, just as it did... What's that? May we all learn from the Countess's example. I pray you and yours have a Valentine's Day overflow with affection, my friend. Huh. It's all about hot. Heartfelt gesture. Alright, no title or anything. Okay. I pretty much already got the reward, so I don't think there's anything else to get for it. Alright, I think I am good for the goodies. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and go on to the main story quest now. So, we now need to go speak to Valentine. Oh, that's right, we were in the Grillian area and trying to get some of the Grillian folks to agree to assisting us, but it became rather political. Oh yeah, I can't go there as a maybe I can. I've already explored the area. I wasn't the answer today. There's no wrong side. Basically, it wouldn't be worth it for me to go as the gunbreaker because I wouldn't get any experience from the travels. A little underleveled for mobs out here. I've been able to handle it as a gunbreaker. It is a long run, so I'm not really that willing to risk it. do appreciate the music for the mounts. I've mentioned it before, but I really like it. There we go. There it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero, as do I. Oh, it's its own train station. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Ilsabard contingents and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about the enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. Though it is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Take a look at this pile of crates. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsabard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. Oh, nice little storeroom here. You want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Arrow of Cerulean. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from across Lapis Manalis. Why they are incinitives is unclear. If inferences could be made. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever. There's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupy the Imperial Palace. Who's occupying the palace? Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? You're reliant on outsiders. They don't like people in the palace. Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They only have themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made reasonable requests, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address this issue once and for all, we propose the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him. They refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say that they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement? Of course! Well, do I understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but first I must speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Alright, then I can just teleport where I need to go. Oh, speaking of Maxima, okay. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Rods at Hand and the people of Garlemald. Why is everybody so shocked? Please, continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsebut contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further or surrendering more to their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that will restore them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Excuse me. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long has Garlemald and Razathan abided by the Treaty of Non-Interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue this. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Razat Han's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Smile. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razat Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask that you join me in negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neas and Metius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operations, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Wow, I can't talk. Sorry, guys. And then when it's Oriage, talking becomes even harder. Alright. To Tertium. This is probably going to be cutscene. I forgot what voices I gave him. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Razat Han, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. It is true we do not want for Magitech and ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor, were a proud patriot. Now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Neas, and there will be reckoning. Oh yes, when people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Metius, wait! It isn't safe out there! Oh, it was a cutscene, just not the one I anticipated. Okay. Alright. Concern is replaying on Ulysses' face. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Metius. Leave matters here in Maximus' care. Let us leave Words, guys. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Metius is bound for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. We go... Mount up and go. Mount up on a different mount and go. Much better. Exactly. Same as before. Okay. You know what? Let me see how well I do with the breaker. Worst case scenario, I die and I go back to Gridania. At least enemies aren't being drawn toward me. Oh, there we go. Forever to... It's also been a minute since I played Gunbreaker, so I think I'm getting a few things. I'm not too far off. Alright. Very nice. Feel more confident about going as the Gunbreaker. Let me actually... I don't know if that'll auto warn me. I don't want to do that, so... Gunbreaker. Oh, it's level 90. Oops, I messed up. I don't think I'll be able to, yeah, so. I'm dead. we go. Yep. Should have stayed as the dancer. Oh, that's one death. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright. Put a dancer, and then let's go. These ones. I'm alive. Dark Clothing Squad.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Hoist.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Wow.
Aye. So long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Never too late to grow.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Don't look at me.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
I've relevant guys. I'm sure there's a con on mic.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memorials. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not unlearn the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots?
Boots.
I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
However you like.
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Alright, cutscene over. Let's check something real quick. I did this last week and got to full last semester of this. Alright, so we have not the trust. We'll count this as among them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 quests to go, including this one. Thank you. I feel at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it all to you and yours. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertia. We should join them. Alright, my dancer wants skill. Melon juice. Alright. Well, glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Guardian community are gathered here this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do. Aeneas, I pray you forgive me my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that, when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Void Sense invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. tagged along to deliver a supply of cerulean. I have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffing Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Ahem. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzat Han. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Radzat Han will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed among the settlements of our nation. Mixed reactions. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals rooted in trust and respect, and it marks a significant step toward rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radzat Han holds Guardian technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that, through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. Mixed reactions. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the Aether Tank's impending arrival. Once the tower stores have been replenished, we need but await Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and everything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Lunar Rendezvous. Oriange wishes to take stock of the situation.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
Oh, good. First.
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Ashdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form? Very well. Like our sire, we Great Worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Ashdaya, I will entrust her eye to your keeping.
Maybe go to Street? No choice.
You will do this for me.
Sure.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Ishtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
Valentione and sign this Lemmic Creep. Okay, where is that? Oh, already on the moon. Got it. Okay. A while since I've been here.
I took the liberty of informing Ishtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Oh. Folks haven't been familiar
Forgive me.
before.
I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, Open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtora even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on void sense summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied.
Good thinking.
The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Count me in.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it.
Smart.
We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiark shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
Oh, these.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Errand quest.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
I'll leave it up, but I'll give it about 30 seconds for an ad to come up. Alright. Let us go find and speak to Strola. And I still haven't learned flying here either. Now then, to the matter at hand. With the Watcher's assistance, we shall reforge each of Zodiark's brands, and use them to erect a barrier capable of repelling void sense. Yet, though we expect it to be effective against larger beings on account of its original purpose, there is a chance it will allow lesser void sense to slip through. Therefore, we shall require a second line of defense, and I believe the Loporit's supporters will be suitable for this purpose. Oriange, Giselle, the two of you have strong rapport with our lunar allies. I would have that you meet with Livingway and Bestway's Burrow and provide any assistance they require. I will join you. As a voidsent, my knowledge may be of use. An excellent idea. In the meantime, the rest of us will see to the reforging of the brands. I will send word when we have finished. Pray, do the same. Alright, best way is burrow. Let's into the burrow. Kind of looking forward to it. Living way, I trust thou hast been well. There you are! Estrella has surprised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy our pride and joy, the veritable carrots of our eye, our unrivaled combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this voids and containment seal of hers proves lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can, and will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there. And I made enough sail, yay!
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting.
Oh, they're a little big. Big
Hello,
bunnies.
friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
They're so cute.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush. Though we have
They're so
fulfilled
cute.
the purpose given to us by Hydaelyn, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, And who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Atheris?
What?
I believe I would make a better instructor.
You go as hero. Ooh.
Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Good job. Didn't see that coming.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into void-sent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed.
I like that measurement of time.
But if you were to provide us with encouragement... we just might be able to do it in 2.
Aww. Quite hard, but it's enough. What?
This I leave to you.
Hey. Just creak. The Lockport's eyes twinkle with anticipation as they await your buoyant exhalation. To wit, they yearn for you to rally their spirits. What? Engage! Engage! Oh, sorry. I was in the midst of... Forgive me. The sight of precision parts is strangely soothing and sleep-inducing. But I'll try to keep moving. Ooh. Their repairs? Oh, they proceed apace, I assure you, but they might go even more swiftly if you were to spur us on. Rally us, as it were. Wink, wink. I don't know if... Okay. You got this! What a marvelous feeling! There's nothing like wild gesticulations of encouragement to fire you up. Oh, what could be more splendiferous than to repair our supporters under the loving gaze of the people of Atheris? Nothing, I tell you. Nothing. Save for one such individual to rally us while we go about it, but a humble tree. Heart doesn't work. Engage in general drapery. With you cheering me on, I can do not less than my very best. Never fear. We shall ensure the supporters are all ready for voice and brazen enough to slip through. And if they seem to struggle, we'll rally them. At least we would if someone were kind enough to demonstrate. Wow. You got this. Oh, thank you very, very much. You don't know how uplifting it is to have you encouraging us. I mean, showing us the proper techniques so we may keep our supporters operating at peak efficiency. My, everyone is in high spirits indeed. Thanks to your encouragement, we'll have the supporters up and running again in no time at all. I attend to your remaining busy work and leave the deployment of our new and improved voids and slaughter bots to us. Quest till caught up to that.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
Alright. Oriange is eager to rejoin Y'shtola. The brands are ready, I presume? Excellent. With the Loporits having deployed their supporters, we are ready to proceed. Let us rejoin Y'shtola post-haste. Cars upon our gate unto the void. Oriange speak is tough. Alright, so where are we going? This way. Red side of the moon. That's what this quest is called. Okay. Everyone's here. Some manner of cactor attempted to make mischief. No one came to harm. What did you bear? My thanks for seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alphino and Alice in the Tower of Babel, to channel Aether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Oriange and I shall begin our incantations to open a void gate. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate all the brands and put in place the containment seal. Okay. That is all. If there are no questions, then let us begin. No pressure.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated. But give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth.
Out of ether at once. Good aim.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands.
Look, it's like dominoes. I don't have to turn around to each other.
Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
Ew.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this. So this is the promised land. The land of boundless ether.
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
It's just in time.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. It is my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Heidelin, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Heidelin's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Sounds good.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Into the void once more.
Tries Zero can go through that. Maybe it's one way. Okay, guys. Let's see where this leads. Oh yes, this is very familiar. Oh yeah, red moon. Red side of the moon. I get it now.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is. Ever since the flood, it has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void sent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
but unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground I leave to you all.
Alright guys, I'd normally last about an hour longer, but right now I am not feeling so hot. I don't know if I can do a further hour, so I am going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I will be back next Monday. Well, I'm just going to double check my calendar, make sure there's nothing coming up. Yeah, I don't think there's anything coming up, so I'll be back next Monday for another MSQ Monday stream. Next Saturday for a Steam stream, Saturday stream. Most likely going to be Potion Permanent based off of the things we're seeing in the polls. And Sunday for the Gotcha game, which is going to be Grand Blue Fantasy. I think I'm going to start like putting up a infographic or something. Like on Thursdays or whatever, for y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks y'all for joining, and I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see y'all over the weekend. Bye.